So now the business started in San Diego, and now you're in a suburb of Austin, Texas, called Round Rock. So I want to know, there are a lot of people out there who are conducting small businesses in markets that are very expensive. Maybe they have high tax rates and things like that. And in their mind, they think, wow, how much more could I grow my business, especially when it's something that relies on shipping? So you really can be anywhere. It's geography neutral in terms of your needs. But when they think about moving their business, it's really overwhelming. Can you walk us through that process of, were you afraid? Did you think this is going to be hard? Like, how did that work out?
Well, we stayed in San Diego for a while because one, myself and the other two owners really like living in San Diego,
Who doesn't?
and it was a good fit for us when we were, especially when we were going after the military audience, because there's huge naval bases in San Diego, Marine Corps bases, Marine Corps air stations, as well as a large population of retirees, and a handful of the charities that we work with were based out of San Diego as well. So it was great when we were, and also with San Diego, there's 160 breweries in San Diego County. So when we're selling bottle openers and tap panels and things like that bars want to sell off their their merch shelves, then we've got a lot of potential buyers there. So as far as the reasons for making the move, yeah, you touched on it. The cost of living. I mean, the cost of living in California, or especially Southern California versus Central Texas, it's just not a comparison. So being able to buy a house, having good public schools, utility rates, no state income tax, all those factors, they made us realize about a year and a half ago that since we weren't going to be focusing as heavy on the military and veteran side of things, that there wasn't anything really tying us to San Diego, and that by moving, it freeing up some money both on the personal and the business side, that we'd be able to do some other things as opposed to just sort of keep doing same old. So yeah, the cost of running a business, the cost of living here in a place like Central Texas is, and even though Austin and Round Rock are, I guess they'd be considered expensive by the standards of some place like Waco or Lubbock or kind of middle of nowhere in West Texas, they're just it's ridiculously cheap compared to what we were used to. So we looked at what we're able to save there, on everything that goes into running the business and having a house. Kind of became a no-brainer to make the move. So we decided, I guess like June of 2017, decided to make the move, and then sort of got the wheels turning for that, so that we made the move last January.
Okay. And was it as hard to pull it off as you thought it was going to be?
It Parts of it were hard and parts of it weren't. So I think the bigger complicating factor that probably made things hard for me personally was the fact that our closing date on our house, we had a house built out here. Our closing date on our house kept getting kicked back and back and back. So we built everything around the date. We built everything in terms of moving the house, moving all of our stuff, and moving the company, built out around the date that we were told our house was going to be ready, and ended up being a month later than that. So we were, in addition to having to sort of slow roll the move out of San Diego, then we get here and we're living in a hotel. Me and my wife and two kids are living in a hotel for the better part of a month. We all got the flu, and trying to do all of that at the same time. I'm trying to worry about running the company. But as far as I guess the mechanics of the move weren't all that difficult, because we were able to. So the things we were focused on were, what stuff do we need, or what stuff can we kind of send ahead quickly to Texas, and what stuff can we leave behind and have these be the rolling up the carpet behind, or pulling up the stairs behind us as we get on the airplane or whatever. So we were able to send out a handful of our employees early, because they were able to find leases or find a place they wanted to move into that allowed them to move in on a date that made them sort of the advance party. So they came out here, and along with that, we sent along one truck with part of our stuff. So enough stuff where they could get things up and running. So computers, the printers, some of our, or a good majority of our inventory, shelves, all that stuff that they really needed. And then the rest of it, I stayed back in San Diego with a few of our employees who were not making the move with us, and we were able to, while everything was in transit, we were able to keep fulfilling and shipping orders from San Diego, and keep answering the phone, keep answering customer emails and all that kind of stuff, to where once everything was here, then we could send another truck to get sort of everything else that we didn't get before, get that over here, and start, really have everything up and running fully, to the point where we were really only down for about 2 or 3 days. We were still able to take orders through our website and everything. We just had to let people know that, hey, your order's going to take a little bit longer than normal because we're moving 1,500 miles. So then with the people that we left behind in San Diego, it was helpful because I kept them on payroll for a little bit and said, hey, just I want you to, Craigslist this stuff that we're not taking with us. So just stay there, and if somebody's showing up to buy this shelf or this whatever, just be there to collect the money on it. Be there to open the office up so cleaners can come in and get the place steam clean and ready to turn back over to the landlord, and then eventually they can be there for the landlord to walk through and say, okay, the place is done. You all are free.
Mm-hmm. So this sounds like really good business continuity planning. I don't know if you caught it that, but you sent some people ahead, you had some people behind, and in this way, working as a team, you were able to get that done. So that seems feasible for those people out there who are watching this video and thinking, is there someplace else that I can move that will help me have a better quality of life financially, and then also help me to have more money to put back into my business because there are less taxes and these type of business expenses. So